3 months ago, I did what seemed like the impossible in the Minecraft community. I started the downfall of the glorious Modulo by giving awareness to the deserving HyperX PULSEFIRE Haste, an astonishing performer for $50. But we know the saying, there's always a bigger fish. In this video, we're going to take a look at 3 new releases since my first video on the Haste and answer the question, has it been dethroned? So follow me as we compare these new options to the Haste and conclude what the best recommendation is. So what are these 3 new mice, and what are their respective prices? The first mouse I want to look at is the Zowie S1C, and it'll cost you $70. The GameSense Meta for $60, I already covered this mouse before, but it received a software that I do think really does change the experience. Last but certainly not least is the Endgame Gear X1R. Similar to the GameSense Meta, I've already covered it, but it got a firmware update that also really does change it. It costs $60, but I can't find any option that doesn't have $10 shipping, so we'll call it $70. So now I'm going to show you guys these mice in game, and then give you the conclusion. Alright, Zowie S1C is entered the chat. Alright, a little known fact about the Zowie S1C is that it does have an adjustable debounce time, but it's actually through a button combination, not a software. I'll probably show how to do it on screen right now. You just like hold down a button while you plug it in, and then boom, low debounce. Oh, what is this kid doing? Oh, hit me, please hit me. Oh my god. First final, can I get the first final right here? Let's go. Dude, why is my ping spiking right now? Dude, that's literally 100 more than I average. Little did I know, messing with him would be the worst idea. Well, if my pings would be like that, I have to go sweat mode to win this game. Come on. No, dude, what the fuck? Okay, I literally have to break this dude's bed and I have to get right back to my base right after. Come on, literally a race against time. Okay, I think I'll make it, How does he get those hits? I actually don't understand it.
I just like...
Well, you can't win them all, but let's recap the mouse a little bit before I move on to the next one. Personally, if there's one thing I really had to highlight about this mouse, it's gotta be the shape. Zowie has been known for making mice with really good shapes, and this one is no exception. The biggest issue with this mouse, though, does have to come with the left and right mouse button. Personally, I feel like they're a little bit on the heavier side, and I prefer lighter, and there is a noticeable amount of post-travel that really did kind of almost make this mouse unusable for jitter clicking. Overall, this mouse is a monster, and stick around to the end to see how it stacks up against the Haze. GameSense Meta has entered the chat. Well, this mouse actually just received the software that can now have an adjustable debounce time. So in terms of Minecraft, that's huge. Bro, what are you? Huh? What's going on here? Man, it's like all that fall damage. Come on, let's go. All right. Boop.
Oh my god!
Oh, he lived. Oh, now the pressure's on Aqua. Pressure's on Aqua. What's he gonna do? Why'd you go for me? Oh no, the GameSense just left on Aqua right there. GameSense Meta. Okay, that wasn't hard. Oh, this dude's lagging. Or I'm lagging. Yo! 100 milliseconds flawless? Alright, so let's recap the GameSense Meta. If I had to choose a standout feature, it's gotta be the shape. What GameSense essentially did is they took the design from the Zowie S2, the smaller version of the Zowie S1, revamped it a little bit, and put it on their own mouse. And I think it's great. What I also don't like about it, though, is pretty similar to the Zowie S1. I feel like the circumstances are not the most ideal when it comes to butterfly or jitter clicking. I feel like the left and right mouse button don't have the most surface area ever, so for those with larger hands are not going to enjoy butterfly clicking that much. And it does have a bit of a mushy bottom out, so jitter clicking may feel a little bit awkward for some people. But other than that, there's really not much this mouse gets wrong, and may stack up well against the Haze. The X1R has entered the chat. Oh my god, I absolutely love the X1R. Outside of Minecraft, this is just hands down my most favorite wired mouse. And once I heard that it had a firmware update that fixed the issue with the CPS that I've talked about in previous videos, I got really excited. I knew I had to try it out again. Even in jitter clicking, I had that problem. But now, it all registers. Whether you do jitter, butterfly drag, all that. And honestly, it does register more CPS than all the other options I'm going to talk about in this video, like even the Haste. That dude just got destroyed. Not a lot more CPS, maybe like a 5 or 10% increase. But yeah, this is definitely one of my most favorite mice, and having this update, this is gonna be one of the biggest comparisons to the Haze at the end of the video. Dude, has anyone else been having this lag problem in Hypixel? It's actually really weird. And also one thing worth mentioning is that unlike the PULSEFIRE Haste, the X1R has way wider buttons, so even people with larger fingers could fit their hands on it. Uh-oh, get destroyed. Before we continue, I just want to shout out the top 3 members of my Discord. This could be you if you just be active in my Discord, so join it. Okay, what do I like most and what do I like least about the X1R? Is everything a good answer for what do I like most? Nah, but for real, this mouse does almost everything great. There's one nitpick I have, and there's one other actual big problem with it. The one small problem I have is that the side buttons could be better. They are a little bit mushy. And the big problem is that availability isn't the most reliable with this mouse. And I would get the matte coating. Don't get the glossy coating either. The glossy one just gets a little messy. But yeah, insanely good mouse. Without further ado, let's see the conclusion against the Haze. Okay, so the Haze is the cheapest one here at $45. Yes, the price was lowered. It's also the lightest one here, and in my opinion, the best at gliding, has the lightest switches, and gets a lot of CPS, but without an adjustable debounce time. It also has really good build quality, so does every other mouse on this list, but it doesn't have the best shape, and as I've said before, shape is king, and I think the X1R is the best shape. But does the supporting cast, price, and availability make up for it? And the answer to that question will tell us whether or not it has been dethroned. Who is the new king of wired Minecraft mice? Yeah, no, I don't think any of these mice did enough to really dethrone the PULSEFIRE Haste. $45 for a mouse that's always in stock, it's still on top of the throne. The reasonably affordable Minecraft mice throne, that is. But if you're someone who doesn't want to buy the PULSEFIRE Haste because of these slim buttons, get the X1R. That is honestly my next mouse in line after the PULSEFIRE Haste, the X1R. And download the software in their Discord and update the firmware. And if you're wondering, I'd probably recommend all the mice in this video over the glorious Model O.